Hey everybody. Okay, so I was just watching a video on YouTube from one of my favorite YouTubers. I think her name is just Hey Paris or Hey Paris Hey, something like that. Either way, it was like she's doing a story time about like the worst blind date ever. And automatically, like, y'all, I'm not kidding, I was in the middle of twisting my hair, as you can see. Oh god, I love that spring back. But anyway, so I'm like twisting my hair, like I could not wait to even like finish doing my hair so I could jump on here and like record the story because I got a good one. So a friend of mine, we'll call her Lena, she set me up with this one guy. At first it was okay, like I was a total asshole at first. She was, yeah, he just wants someone to talk to, he thinks you're cute and blah blah blah. One of my most annoying pet peeves for me: if you are a grown-ass man, especially over the age of 25, don't do the, oh, tell your homegirl I want to holler at you. Like, could you not? Just, ew. So automatically, number one, I was like, well, why didn't he talk to me himself? And she says, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Either way, one way or the other, he hits me up on Facebook. Because I was like, he's not getting my phone number. So if he wants to talk, he can find me on Facebook. And I left it at that. Anytime she messaged me about him, I was like I said, if he wants to talk to me, Facebook me. So a few days go by, or maybe it was a week, I don't know, because I just kept ignoring her messages after that because I was annoyed. Right after, like, I was still kind of dealing with the idiot that I mentioned in the previous video where I was like, he cheated on me and blah blah blah. Well, not my ex-husband, but the boyfriend. So yeah. But eventually he wrote me and we started talking. I'm just like, okay, yeah, cool. I'm kind of involved with somebody right now. And like right off the bat, like I should have known that he was going to be weird because I told him like I was having stuff going wrong with my Mustang. And I'm like, yeah, this is going on and blah blah blah. And he's, oh, well, don't worry, I got you, I can pay for that and blah blah blah. I'm like, I just met you. He's, no, it's just because I just want you to know that you can depend on me. And I'm like, okay, that's nice, whatever. Then I said something about Starbucks and I was like, yeah man, there's like one right up the road from me where I live now. I haven't went there yet to check it out. And he's, oh, okay, well, how about I send you some money for that? I'm like, no, I'm good, I can get it myself, fam, like, thank you. So no, long story short, we keep talking, and after a while I'm like, you know what, maybe I was being too, like, just being typical me when I first meet someone, especially if I'm like, if I say I'm not interested and I'm still pursued, 9 times out of 10 I'm just going to be an asshole just because I really don't want to be bothered, but I don't want to just tell you to go do something to yourself. I'm trying not to curse so much, so work with me. But yeah, so we meet up, and first thing, he's like, I can't say his profession because too many people will know what I'm talking about, but with his profession, he's gone a lot. So with that being said, because he makes a lot of money, it's not that big of a deal for him. So I was like, okay, cool. Then he's like, when we're talking, he's like, yeah, so when I get there, I'll probably rent a car so we can hang out, blah blah blah. That's cool. Then he comes back home, and then he's like, oh yeah, so can you come pick me up and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. Well, at this point I had dropped my damn phone and my cup of tea. I'm sitting here at work because I work from home, but sitting here at work, and like my phone vibrates and it falls off my desk into my cup of tea. So there's the end of that. So I don't have a GPS to get to him, so I like Google the address before I get there. Oh yeah, and by the way, the address is his ex-girlfriend baby mama's house, like his baby mom slash ex-girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, I thought you said you're going to be staying with your sister. He's, well, I might as well just stay there. I sleep on the couch because, you know, I pay for everything in there and blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right. Then he goes on some rant about how he's always having to pay for stuff for her because she refuses to get a job. Meanwhile, my homegirl is actually friends with his baby moms, and she lives there too, so everything he tells me, I'm checking with her. And yeah, he sleeps on the couch, and no, she doesn't work, but that's because he told her not to work. And I'm like, awkward. Okay, so whatever. I drive over there, I go to pick him up, he's standing like at the end of the road, like before I turn there, and already, as soon as I'm driving up, I clock what he is wearing, and I'm like, No. Like, I hate those little, like, they're the thin, I don't even know how to describe it. I gotta find a picture and figure out how to stick it in there. Someone give me a video tutorial on how to, like, zhuzh up my videos. But he has on, like, these little black glasses, like, I call them, like, the soccer dad glasses. And he's on his Bluetooth talking to somebody already, which is annoying me, because I'm like, if you're about to jump in my car and this is our first time meeting, why the fuck are you on the phone? Shit, I cursed. Shit. Crap. Anyway, so he jumps in the car and he's wearing, like, just a long, like, not long, but a big plain white tee, jeans, and some dirty Air Force Ones. And I'm like, automatically, I am turned off. Like, even though with my ex, like, there is, like, no excuse for this, because my ex he's a bigger dude. That's why I called him French Montana, because he reminded me of French Montana when he first came out. Like, he could dress his ass off. Even if he wore nothing but sweatpants and a shirt, it's about how he carried himself. And in his case, he looks more like the dude that would be standing on the corner in your local ghetto somewhere. Or in this town's case, he would be somewhere sitting on the steps in Sandy Run, which is kind of like the hood of this town, which is stupid. But they don't know what hood is. I can show them, but they don't. But anyway, so he gets in and immediately he's on the phone talking. Then he looks and turns to me and he goes, "Wow." And I shit you not, his breath, like, I was like, I didn't even turn to look at him. I was just like, "Oh, yeah, nice seeing you too, finally." And I guess he, like, thought I was at to lean over and start kissing him or something, because he paused his conversation and he, like, started leaning towards me. So I started driving. I, like, jerked a little and started driving. I'm like, okay, where are we going? Meanwhile, we're just driving, and he's still, like, the whole time we're driving. Not only, like, I'm uncomfortable as hell already, because I was like, you know what? I kind of knew this was just going to be weird. Like, I try to be nice, but I can't force myself to, like, just feel something that's not there, because it's obvious he is totally into me. He's on the phone on the Bluetooth with someone, I don't know, constantly talking, and then he's, like, just staring at me the whole time I'm driving, and I'm like, I can feel his face, like, him burning freaking holes into the side of my face the way he's staring at me so hard, and I'm just like, ugh, okay. Meanwhile, I'm like, alright, the breath smell has landed. Kind of, it stopped. But meanwhile, he's still on the phone, still talking. Mind you, we're driving for like 15 minutes, and the entire time he has not been off the phone once. And so he's still talking, and every so often, yeah, hey babe, hey baby, and blah blah blah. Like, he's talking to me while talking to somebody else, and I'm like, okay, pick a conversation. Either you're talking to me or you're talking to whoever's on the phone. One way or the other, you're gonna hang up. So then he's like, oh, turn over here. So we go to a gas station. He gets out to pump gas. And meanwhile, when he gets out, he's still, like, talking to me. And then there's some dude in, like, this super badass Charger in front of me. And I wasn't even looking at the dude. If you have a badass car, 9 times out of 10, I'm looking at your car, not you. So I'm, like, at the guy, kind of like, ew. But the car, I'm like, oh, yeah, you get it. So he sees me looking at the car. And he, like, gives me this look. Then he, like, leans into the car. And he's, like, super close to my face. And mind you, I'm, like, trying to press myself up against the window. But I'm acting like I'm leaning on the little armrest thing right there. I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, please don't do this. Like, don't make me reject you. I guess he was, like, trying to prove to the other dude that I was with him or something. I don't know. Either way, it was awkward as hell. So we go from there. We go to this place called Mac Daddy's, which is like it's like a big arcade, and they got the bumper cars and the bumper boats and crap outside. We get there, and mind you, I thought I was super into PDA until I went out on a date with this idiot. And Lana, whenever I see you, I'm gonna kill you, because I've never felt like I just wanted to literally melt into the floor and just evaporate my way out. Like, it was miserable. First, before we even went there, I told him, I was like, I'm not trying to go that far because I've got to be back home by a certain time. I told my daughter we were going to do such and such, which wasn't a total lie, but we still had plenty of time. I just didn't want to be out that late with him. So we get there, and right away he grabs my hand, and I'm just like, you know how someone grabs your hand, normally you're gonna, like, lock it in. say, okay, this one right here is his hand, this one here is my hand. So basically he's holding my hand hostage because there was no reciprocation of the hand holding. So I'm just like, looking around, and I swear other people there could see it in my face how uncomfortable I was, because quite a few times this one lady walked by and she mouthed, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And he's, oh, do you know her? And I'm like, no, I wish I did. So then we're standing in line, and the first thing he wants to do is go eat. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's arcade food, so it's not going to be that good. Cheap ass. So he gets, I don't know what the hell he gets. Either way, we're standing in line, and he keeps trying to kiss all over me. And I'm like, oh my God, get the fuck off me. Like, it's gross. So first he stands behind me, and he's kissing all over my shoulder, and I'm like, so I move. Then he stands next to me and he's like looking down at me like, I'm like, then there's this group of young black guys in front of us, and two of them turn back and they're like staring at me, and one nods, and I'm like, what's up? I'm like, okay, whatever. And so then he looks and he stands in front of me and he swoops in for a kiss, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, he's, well, you don't have to act like you don't want to kiss me. I have a feeling you don't like me. I'm like, no, that's not it. Even though it is, because your breath is kind of on stank right now. Like, on a scale from 1 to 10, you at about 1,000. So please back up. And not only that, I'm like, this isn't the place for that. You got little kids running around. Why the fuck am I going to stand here and just like make out with you in line? Like, I can't stand that. Okay, a little peck is fine. If I were attracted to you, that'd be fine. But like, I hate hurting people's feelings. So I'm just like, yeah, no, this really, I'm just not that big on PDA. Something I've been repeating the whole night. So we can't even play games. Even when we were like playing games, we were playing Terminator, where you have to like shoot the little alien thingies, whatever they're called. In that game, I'm super serious. So I'm standing there. I got my gun, got it pressed up against my shoulder and crap. And then I feel something behind me, and I'm like, so I'm tensing up like, okay. And he's, oh, don't worry, I can help you. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And I like brush him off, and he's, oh, you want to play? And I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm not playing. Like, get the fuck off me. So I'm sitting there, and he dies. I swear I think he died on purpose just for an excuse to try and come back behind me. And I'm like, okay, once again, with the PDA, there's like little kids. You don't need to be all up on me. And he's, ooh, girl, wait till we leave. And I'm like, no, 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 no. So fast forward, it just keeps getting worse and worse. I keep getting more uncomfortable and more uncomfortable. Then finally I'm like, okay, we really need to go. And then he takes me by the hand, and he's like so weird. Like, his body language, just like he's trying too hard. Like, I don't know what it, like, he seems like one of those that once he finally finds someone that he likes, he wants to marry you immediately, which he had said, I don't know how many times, he was, you know what, I could just propose to you right here and right now. And I'm like, nigga, if you do, you're walking home, because you are not about to embarrass me like that, or embarrass yourself, because I'm gonna tell you no. And then you ain't gonna be trying to act crazy on the way home in my car, since you ain't got your own right. I will leave you here. I'll call a cab for you. It's okay. It's no big deal. I'll pay for you to go back home, even though it's like 2 towns over. You ain't getting your crazy ass back in my car. I'll tell you that right now. So eventually we leave, and he's standing there. Yeah, I just don't like holding my hands all dramatic, like looking up. Oh shit, I'm short. So he's looking down at me like, yeah, I just don't want this night to end. Are you sure you have to go? And I'm like, dude, I have a kid, and you, by the way, have like 3, but really he has like 5, which I came to find out, like, because for some odd reason he kept trying to parade me around, and we ended up at his sister's house somehow. He's trying to be slick, like, oh, I gotta this is another thing that made me mad. This video is going to be long. I'm sorry. Another thing that pissed me the fuck off. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to, like, meet your family. Like, this is our first time seeing each other. He wants me to meet his mom, his aunties, his sisters. I'm like, dude, what? Like, are you kidding me? So, no. So we go, and he's like, oh, yeah, I left something over here. And then we get there, and this girl comes outside. It's his damn sister. And she's, oh, she's so pretty. We'll call him Daryl. She's so pretty, Daryl, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? And he's, oh yeah, this is my sister, and oh, why don't you get out for a minute so we could go inside. Meanwhile, trying to set me up for another damn ambush. I done already met one of your family members talking about, oh, let's go inside. Meanwhile, the rest of his family had come from wherever the hell they're from, and they're all at the sister's house. And I'm like, no, I will stay outside. He's, oh, well, don't be like that. Then he tries to look at me like all sad, like he was legit hurt because I said I wasn't going inside. So, yeah. But anyway, flashback to Mac Daddy's. We're standing outside. I'm like, okay, that's great, blah, blah, blah. We gotta go. And he's, all right, fine. So we go back. I drive him all the way back. It's practically in the next damn town where he lives from where I stay at. And so we get there, and instead of him just getting out, he's, oh, park your car for a second. And I'm like, why? So I'm like, no, I'm good. Okay. He's, no, I want to show you a piece of my world. And so we get there. And he's like trying to, like, I guess he thinks I'm stupid because obviously he's been hinting the whole night that he wants to hook up. And I'm like, nah, ain't happening. Not until, first of all, your breath. No. Second of all, you're too touchy-feely. Like, he just wanted to touch me constantly. And if I am not attracted to you, especially, or if we are just getting to know each other, in this case, this is our first time meeting. I don't care how long we talked. Don't touch me. Like, don't be all up on me unless you are Chris Brown, French Montana, Channing Tatum, fucking Jared Leto, only when he's dressed as the Joker. Otherwise, I'm not really that attracted. Get out of here, fly. So, no, he's like trying to get me to go over to his truck with him. And I'm like, you really think I'm about to let you fuck in a truck? And that rhymed, not on purpose. I'm like, no. So I was like, okay, no thanks. He's, well, I just want to, I'm like, no, you know, I gotta go. My daughter is probably calling me, but she can't call me because my phone has been drowned. So I'm sorry, I gotta go. Meanwhile, I drive, I get back home, I check my old iPod, and lo and behold, already I literally just got home, and there are like 5 messages from him already. And I know that's not a lot, but they were like some deep type of shit that you would say to someone that you've been with for forever, like, wow, I could just look at you all day long, I am so blessed to know you. And it's like, that would be flattering in any other situation, but when you just meet somebody, that is a red flag. Like, you know what, I've been thinking a lot about your last name, and I'm gonna need for you to change that. I'm like, oh shit, delete. Like, oh my god, I have never been so like uncomfortable in my life. And then the fact that he tried to make me meet his family, literally the first day, and you're talking about marriage. Like, this is why I'm single, because especially when it comes to like looks, I don't even, it's not that I have a type, but I like a guy to at least somewhat care about the way that he looks. And in that case, he could have done a little bit more. Like, and then when I actually saw his teeth, there's literally like something down here, like built. I don't, is that, there's no way there could be that much plaque on his teeth. I really want to just believe he ate something before I picked him up and it was just like stuck on. Nah. Ladies, let me tell you, if you go through anything like this and you don't feel comfortable, don't be like my stupid ass. Get the fuck out. Like, just. But anyway, the next video I post, I swear, is going to be better than this one. But I'm going to go finish my hair because, yeah, we need to get this finished. But that video just had me on like 10. I was like, oh my god, I gotta post this really quick. It's funny now, it wasn't funny then. So yeah, if you had any creepy, weird dating stories, any, I don't know, blind date from hell, because I want to say this might as well has been a blind date because it was weird. Anyway, share them down below. Stay tuned for my next video. Subscribe if you haven't, and share, save it, share it, whatever. Peace out, y'all.